Okay, we're just exiting the Amex Stadium after it's a pulsating sort of 2-1 victory for Brighton against Premier League champions Manchester City. What a second half, Sam! It was, just talk us through that. Obviously, Erling Haaland gave Man City the lead, and then the second half, Brighton completely turned it around.
Yeah, it was a stunning comeback for Brighton. Obviously, it started quite badly. City were completely dominant in that first half, or for large parts of it at least, and they deservedly went a goal ahead through Erling Haaland. It was a bit of a mistake from Yassine Ayari to give the ball to Kovacic, who played the ball through to Haaland, who had the first effort saved, and then he managed to get onto the rebound and force it in via the crossbar. And you felt like City would go on, maybe add to their lead. But Brighton did respond well, and they started to grow into the game towards the end of that first half. Hudson made that change at half time, taking Ayari off. He'd been booked, so potentially a reason for that, and then bringing on Carlos Baleba, who was exceptional in that second half. Completely changed the course of the game. Just the way that he kind of controls the ball, brings it out from the defence, gives other players around him so much more time, and he really did change the whole complexion of the game, really. And it felt like a matter of time before Brighton would score, and they eventually did. And it was through Matoma's second attempt at a cross, landed at Danny Welbeck, couldn't quite get that shot off. And then João Pedro, returning from injury, picked up the pieces to fire past Edison, and the crowd by this point was absolutely raucous.
Yeah,
and you just
great
felt like
atmosphere.
Great atmosphere. And you felt like there was only one winner from that point, and it was literally going to take another 5 minutes for Matt O'Reilly to come back after nearly 3 months out after that Crawley Town game in August, after his ankle surgery. I mean, doesn't really get much better than that.
No,
first Premier League appearance, coming back from injury, and he score a late winner against Man City. So superb comeback. One of the finest nights at the Amex.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. It was the second half in particular. I thought the atmosphere was fantastic. It was a sort of a chilly, sort of dark November evening, wasn't it? And it was electric in there, wasn't it, in the second half? And as you say, Baleba changed the game. Pedro coming back, the substitutes just really made a difference. And City, they just couldn't. Even Pep Guardiola in a press conference afterwards, he admitted they just couldn't cope with their substitutions.
Yeah, and obviously City are going for a bit of a torrid time of it at the moment. Obviously that's 4 defeats in a row now. Pep Guardiola, for the first time in his managerial career, he's lost 4 on the bounce. So it's a real rough time for them. Got a number of injuries. But then so Brighton, I think we pointed out before the game, there wasn't a recognised defender on the Brighton bench. So,
no.
And obviously we've had problems in the last few weeks with Van Hecker being out, and but I thought he was exceptional again tonight.
Him and Igor
as well.
Both the pair of them. Yeah,
they kept Haaland, apart from the goal, really quiet. Especially in that second half. So superb result.
Great
and
result.
A really great performance.
Yeah. No, Igor's had his critics, but I thought he was great today.
Yeah.
And the win moves Brighton up to 4th. Now they've got the international break and then at Bournemouth after the break, so it's looking quite rosy for Brighton.
Certainly is. So, hopefully they can pick up some points. Obviously they're famously renowned for dropping points in games they may be expected to win, so hopefully they can get better at that. And you never know, they could really push up the table. So I think it's been a really great start to the season on the whole.
Great. We'll keep up to date with everything on our website, sussexworld.co.uk, where we've got all the reaction from here, and we'll be looking what's going to be happening at Brighton during the international break as well. But thanks very much. Cheers, Sam.